you is.
It's time to ride the folk train. We're here. I'm gonna mute the guitar player playing bass. So, what is the worst thing that happens?
Is it? Should I play drums?
Is it the guitar player playing bass, the bass player playing drums, the lead singer playing drums, or the guitar player playing, or the drummer playing guitar? What is the
one? It's 100% the bass player playing the drums.
No,
because every practice you go, every band practice I've ever been to, if there's a drum set there, 60% of the time it's the bass player sitting behind that drum set.
I have never seen
side right now. Where are we?
I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you. Sorry.
All right. But that it's always or the guitar player that every time you're trying to do anything is noodling on the guitar, or the drummer, or the drummer that whenever you're trying to have a conversation,
here's what I'm guilty of, and I've been in many bands, and I always see everyone's face.
Mopery. It's exposing yourself to a blind person.
As a singer, I'm also a drummer, so I always love to get behind the drums. And you always see the drummer's face deflate because A, I'm better than them, and B, they're just like, get off my drums, dude. So yeah,
I'm sure that's the case.
That's not the case at all.
You both are very good performers. I don't know about drummers. I'm not going to go.
I'm
an
amazing drummer. Actually.
Oh, I am the worst drummer in history. I mean, I'm a real good guitar player. I'm a pretty good singer. I'm a dog shit bass player, but I want to add it to my looping mix, so I'm getting better at it. But I will tell you, I have no rhythm. I was playing cajon one time for Henry. Like I sat down, they were doing a little jam, and I sat down on the cajon and started tapping out, and he literally within 20 seconds was like, get the fuck off go sit over there. I mean, I am terrible.
I still think it's funny that Vinny is a hell of a bass player. You are an amazing guitar player. I am a very good drummer, and we can all sing, and we don't do any with things.
Well, and Candy is a great rhythm guitar player and singer. Amber is a good rhythm guitar player and singer.
Candy's ugly though.
God, no, she's not.
Amber's a piano player. I mean, Amber may be the best musician of all of us. She's fucking around with guitar right now.
We need somebody looking as the three of us. And
Amber's a pianist.
Speaking of pianists, what is up with your glasses?
I like it.
Bachelorette party,
It's the Knoxville thing, right? That little World's Trade Center.
It's the fucking thing, the space thing.
It's the penis sun sphere.
It's the dick gimmick. The dick gimmick. Yeah, it's it. The sun dick gimmick.
It's the sun dick.
It's a little
Knoxville sun dick. That's the name.
What else?
That's the Knoxville sun dicks.
Yeah, it's the sun sphere. What did you think it was?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
What did you see when you looked at these?
Vinny's collects World's Fair things from Knoxville, so that's we need to get her those shades so she can wear them.
Yeah. You know what's funny? You can tell my wife that those are actually Sunsphere shades, and there's probably a 40% chance that she's actually going to be like, "Oh wow, thanks," and put them on without realizing that's a penis.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. She's so innocent and sweet.
She is sweet.
I don't know how you got her pregnant.
Sometimes I wonder. Well, I've been married a long time. Sometimes it's hard to remember how those things happen. But hey, look at that guy! All right, well, tonight, if you're joining us,
I'm looking at a cat.
Please talk. You can put there in the chat. We have watched a movie. We should have watched the other movie.
It was a movie.
It was definitely moving.
We watched Clownado, that's how you pronounce it. Clownado.
You spell that for the people.
Not to be confused with Clamato.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you what we'll do. Instead of this, we'll do this here. We'll share the screen.
Where's all the screaming chicks?
So this is it. Clownado.
There's nobody in
we got this. Well, anyway, cursed demonic circus clowns set out on a vengeful massacre using tornadoes. A stripper, Elvis impersonator, truck driver, teen runaway, and a dude get caught up in the supernatural battle between a femme fatale and a boss clown from hell. Director was Todd Sheets. Writer was Todd Sheets. This was Sheets.
This movie was The Sheets.
And it stars, quote unquote, John O'Hara, Rachel Lagan. I didn't even look up who these people are.
He's
Bobby
Western. The Sheets too.
Let's see who these people were.
Reading that description was the best part of this movie.
Dude, no, Black Elvis.
No, he sucked. Now speaking of this, look at the screen. Millie Milan. She was a cutie. Do you remember her?
Yeah, maybe they should have put her as maybe a lead actress instead of the fucking.
That's what I was.
Oh shit! Hey,
I hit the wrong button.
Hi, I got to make an addendum. I got to make an announcement for this. Usually, I'm very kind and to movies as much as I can be. I'm not going to do that with this movie.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I know where you're going to go, and I'm going to take the bullet for you because I know how strongly what you're going to say is. Okay, because you said this to me or me and Brandon in the private chat. We try to be decent guys, and we're not very superficial. Now we come off that way because we were all bad guy pro wrestlers. Yeah. That's our natural disposition. I'm going to say this is the ugliest cast of a movie I have ever seen, men and women, and everybody was fucking sweating balls. And nobody, right? Well, that was a pretty bad one. The bar was pretty low with Vinny's fantastic.
We got the Tomaselli brothers in there. They're good looking.
Oh yeah, those are some good looking. Those Thomases are some good looking boys.
And I'm not saying everybody in our movies are a fashion plate. Quite the contrary. But this is the sweat. The sweat dripping off these people. Nobody had a rag under the hot lights.
I thought that there was a high probability that to cast this movie, they went down and grabbed all the regulars from the old country buffet and just said, you guys are in a movie now.
We have a shitty bar in town. I can't even remember. It says Tennessee something on it. And it looks like if you go in there and they went, hey, we're going to shoot a movie tonight. That's basically, and everybody was like, hell yeah, we are.
Heard a movie. You got to use cameras.
What did this movie?
Okay.
What did Clownado and this movie have in common?
Nothing.
Too long.
No, something else.
Should have edited about 20 minutes. I don't know, maybe.
Let's see.
There was not a 5-minute scene of Vinny walking through Los Angeles that just like brought it to a screeching halt, was there?
I like that.
Yeah,
scene.
There was that too. That's the best scene of the whole movie.
I like.
You want to know why this movie is so long and why some of those things? Because I wanted the viewer to suffer along with Vinny.
Brandon, if you put a 3-hour version of that movie out there, I'd watch it and still love it. I'm gonna give it shit like I give it. I'm gonna give it shit like I give it shit. But what I'll say about this is,
you remember the town? I gotta finish my thing here, man.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
You remember the town that had the Hubble telescope in it, right? That mock Hubble telescope. That's where they filmed it.
So they were from Illinois.
They filmed that in what is it? Shit, I forgot the name of the town. Illinois. Yeah, they filmed it in that same city in that same little square. You know that drone shot of the van coming down the street? They did a freaking shot of like that. Almost it looked the same.
That almost was identical. I didn't even pay attention to that.
I should have known where that is. Is that where the Skyrocket Big Boy was?
I couldn't tell you.
Yes. No. No, not the Skyrocket, but there was a Muffler Man. Those Muffler Men that are on Route 66.
That was where the Hubble telescope mock thing was, right in that library right there.
But it's on the same road.
That night, and she never called me.
It is on Route. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember exactly where because it's a really cool town. It's kind of like Murfreesboro, Tennessee. It's like this giant square. It's like the Back to the Future. I know it's Luke's favorite movie, but the Back to the Future town. I know.
All right, so my addendum for this.
Serious.
I look better with the dick glasses.
Marsfield, Illinois.
Yeah, Marsfield. I really, I understand there's in this day of social media and cancel cultures and things like that. I want to go into the whole woke thing, but a lot of people say, there's things that we filter ourselves from saying, especially on social media, body shaming, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to do that this episode.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm going to take the filter off. I mean, it was like, there's some, okay.
Are you sure you want to get into it now? Do you want to do positivity first?
Okay. All right. So let's somebody else do a rundown. Just be, I mean, basically the description of that movie is basically the movie.
I think I like this movie better than the U3, which is not very much. But I will
all three of us besides you.
Well, the Holy Ghost.
Oh
yeah, the Trinity.
But
I start. I never start.
Well, I just want to say, are you going to do positive? I want to do positive in case these people are here.
I got to do. I got to set this thing up before we dig into it.
You go ahead. Go ahead.
Because this is going to be a quick episode, so I'm going to do some filler here, okay? And
oh my God!
All right, I'm going to go smoke. Fuck.
No. This is interesting stuff here. Clownado, the root of the movie, is about clowns, right? So I did some research.
Yeah, I'll be back in a couple minutes.
The father of modern clowning was actually Joseph Grinaldi. Ever heard of him?
I thought it was Smokey from.
No.
Oh.
And then you kind of get into like Jean Gaspard de Brorot, who was like a French mime. Don Rice, who was like the first American entertainer, who was like the most famous circus clown of the 19th century. Emmett Kelly, you remember that, right? You're talking early 1900s, late 1980, died in 1979, actually. Red Skelton, another one, he died in 97 as well. Ronald McDonald he's killed many children all over the world. John Wayne Gacy, Doink the Clown for you wrestling fans. Terrifiers like the new
Steve Kern Doink. Steve Kern Doink. Or Matt Bourne Doink.
How many doinks? I want to say,
my friend Dusty Wolf. I don't know. You ever met Dusty Wolf?
How many doinks have each of us wrestled? I've wrestled one.
Two.
All right, you guys tied.
Dusty Wolf and I forget the other clowns.
My favorite. Well, here's my doink story.
Okay.
Is my first doink story, and this is weird how this works. So we're up in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and we have a guy who says he's going to do doink. Shows up, it's a white bodysuit painted on with marker. That's his doink outfit. And he wants a dink. He was hoping he was going to get a little kid out of the audience to be his dink.
Oh.
And so we're like, well, there's this midget that shows up to all the shows. He's young, but we'll grab him out of the crowd and let him, put him out there. His kid's 15 years old. Hornswoggle.
Oh
yeah. Yep. Ended up
Dink first. What or Hornswoggle was first to Dink.
That was 15 years old. No, Dylan's a good guy.
Is he a good guy? He's always, every time I've seen him, he's been a grumpy little asshole and just kind of.
Well, I think like Vinny saw at WrestleFest, is like he even remembered me, and he hadn't seen me in 20 years. And he remembered who I was. But he was cool. He broke in with our wrestling company with PWI, and we were like his first shows they would go to because he was up in Oshkosh, and so I was wrestling doink with a dink that ended up being a bigger star than anybody on the show.
I only filmed him a couple times at Gallo's house and just. I don't know, man. He just came off real negative. I'm sure he's a great guy, but whatever.
Did the marker come off of his costume as you wrestled him?
No. He used permanent marker, but he didn't fill it in well. I mean, it was I'm like,
don't you wish people filmed everything back
then? But back then, big time Kirby Duck and Jimmy Blaze had the book. And I was like, am I supposed to kill this guy? I'm just going to beat the shit out of this guy. What the fuck are you having me doing here? And so really I did. I just beat the shit out of him, even though I took the job. I did the job, but beat the shit out of him for 7 minutes and then took a whoopee cushion.
I was about to say, what was the finish? A whoopee cushion?
Okay.
There you go.
Which, and Vinny probably knows me. He knows how I set up for it. I went to kick him off the rope, nutted myself. And then he sat recovered over in the corner. I went for a splash. He got out of the way. I fell on my back. Whoopee cushion.
You would give it back so much by nutting yourself. I remember we did a promo once. I was like, quit trying to kick people with your goddamn foot in the turnbuckle. You never hit it.
But it's a funny spot, man. And like we did that in Chicago was the finish, wasn't it? When we went to WrestleFest, like I nutted myself on the top rope, and then I was out of the match for 7 minutes as a dude did a 14-move combo to finish you off.
I know, it was like killer instinct. It was like
Vinny needs his 14-move combo to get finished off.
He does.
Also, we have Pennywise, portrayed by both Tim Curry and that Bill Skarsgård guy.
Tim, it's always gonna be Tim Curry.
Of course, it's always gonna. But the other guy did good.
Bozo?
I liked. I'm getting there, man. Okay, you got Krusty the Clown. You got the Joker. I mean, holy crap. Ronald, I already said Ronald McDonald. You got Bozo the Clown. There he goes. Chicago's own. Yeah, he's the biggest clown to ever come out of Chicago. Luke would be the second.
Would you? No. Whoa! You're going to put me ahead of Wizzo the Wizard?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. How about Homie the Clown?
Cookie.
Homie, I still do homie socks all the time. I will whoop my son's ass with a homie sock.
Captain Spaulding is another one. Rest in peace to Sid Haig.
Sid Haig.
I don't know this one, but Clarabelle the Clown from Howdy Doody. I never watched Howdy Doody. It's kind of
Doody. What about Violent J and Shaggy Too Dope?
Who's that? Binky the Clown from Garfield and Friends. Remember Garfield and Friends? That's kind of where Krusty the Clown came from. Twisty the Clown.
Are you including cartoon clowns? I mean,
I'm including all clowns, man.
Speaking of clowns, we have hired.
All the clowns I got. You got.
What was that movie? What was that movie with Bobcat Goldthwait where Shakes the Clown? That movie was disturbing. I love that movie.
Space too. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And all of everybody that I've ever said, all the actors, all the clowns, all the performers, all the other movies and TV shows were all better clowns than anything that ever got on the screen while watching this movie.
And also, everybody you mentioned, rest in peace, because clowns die early.
They're like wrestlers, especially the clown wrestlers.
Tim Curry's kind of alive.
Who?
Is he really?
No, Curry's dead.
Is he?
Yes.
No, I think he's still alive. He's
on the brink. He's on the brink.
Yeah.
Is Tim Curry still alive?
So we also, Big and Funky has hired a clown to be in our next movie. Her name is Trixie the Sparkle Pot, and she is a pistol. And she is a better clown than anybody in this movie, as Brandon has said.
Hey, does she know I'm single?
Please don't do it. Please don't.
Seriously.
Just please ease up.
Dude, you know how long I wanted to. You know how long I wanted to have an intimate.
To have girl actresses. We have to have girl actresses. You can't creep them out.
Hold on a second. I'm not saying nothing sexual. I want to go on a full romantic, like candlelight dinner date with a clown.
Platonic?
That's just something I've always wanted to do.
What is her name again? What is her name?
No, we need platonic friends to be.
It can be.
Look.
It can be platonic. I just want to take a girl and.
You're both muted. Let me tell you, we got to have platonic lady friends to be in our movies, or we're going to be stuck with what we watched today. Did you see what we saw today? All right, I'm gonna put you back on.
But I'm not saying that I want to sleep with her or date her or anything. I want to go on. I want to go on a full date, romantic date with her dressed like a clown.
What is her clown name?
I'm not telling you. You'll have to.
I just want to know what the first letter of her clown name is.
X.
No, it's not. What was it? You said Twinkie or Twinkie.
So let's talk about this movie.
I'm not gonna.
We don't want to talk about this movie.
Trixie the Sparkle.
We don't want to talk about the. Listen. Me, Luke, and Trixie. BLT right there. We can make a BLT sandwich, and it's going to be the greatest tasting thing in the history of sandwiches. We're going to toast that bread.
That's fucking funny, but you're out of line. You sir are out of line.
Brandon, I want to ask you a question.
Yes, I'm in. Let's do it.
All right. This is a one or the other choice.
10 toes up, 10 toes down, man. You know.
What is the worst news you've had, or what's the worst thing that you've that kind of thing? Okay, hold on. Is it this movie or that Oasis got back together?
Put 9/11 in there too, and it's still this movie.
All right, so we're going to talk about the positivity of this movie first.
Who would have
You
ever
ain't
thought that Vinny would be the voice of reason?
All right, now
between the
look,
three of
I have one positive thing to say. I'll let Vinny go.
let me go. Let me go here. I'm going to say, because these people who make this are human beings, and not everything about this was bad. And I'm going to say what is bad about this movie. And I don't think we need to go through the plot like we do, because it's not worth doing.
I don't remember it.
Here's
the plot. Hold on, let me go for the plot. This girl cheats on the main clown gangster, and then for some reason the girl then curses the clowns, who become demons, and they come back in a tornado to kill the girl, which they do. And then the clowns just for some reason just keep killing and chasing after this group of people that have nothing to do with any of the deaths or curses or.
So, and then they blow up the tornado at the end of the movie by dropping 1 tank of nitroglycerin, and lightning hits it and it freezes the tornado. Can you kill the clowns? You can shoot them, but they come back sometimes. It didn't make a lot of sense. All right, so it's obvious this movie is a cash grab on Sharknado and everybody's inherent fear of clowns. And we know people. We're friends with people who are doing this Me Too shit. Cocaine raccoon or crackoon, which is like the cocaine bear thing. We know people doing Piglet right now, who's acquaintances and friends, because they did Winnie the Pooh blood and honey thing. So I understand why you do it, because you get a lot of eyeballs, but I don't have a lot of respect. But I will say this, the guy who directed this, there were some really good shots. Like, for example, when Black Elvis showed up, there was a car coming and they kind of went from his boot all the way up to his thumb, kind of doing the hitchhiking thing. There were a lot of pro shots. And as far as what you guys want to say about how bad this movie was, as far as the filming and the cinematic framing and the directing, this was one of the better movies we've ever seen. Well, as far as the camera work is concerned.
Here's the 3 best shots in this movie: Patron, Fireball, and straight up freaking
the gunshot
backstage, or not backstage, but when they were writing the movie, when they were filming it, lots of shots. Yeah. And they were
the gunshot effect was pretty good. But what I didn't think was bad at all is I thought a lot of the gore effects were really good.
And that was my other thing. The gore, if you're a comedy horror fan, a B movie fan, this has a shit ton of gore. And these clowns, for whatever reason, become superhuman strong, and they rip people apart, and they rip people apart in different orifices. They ripped somebody apart from the asshole. That was an interesting thing.
Yeah, I would not put this in the comedy horror genre, because there was no comedy involved, and I don't think there was supposed to be. If there was, it didn't. But
yeah, so those things were positive, and you could tell whoever wrote this was a huge Tarantino fan, because the dialogue was supposed to be cute and hip and cutesy. But here's the problem. The dialogue was not Quentin Tarantino quality, but nobody could really do that. But these actors could not act. They could not deliver these lines and sound cool. There wasn't one person in this movie who was really a performer. It was like a bunch of friends got together, made a movie. But again, Luke, I'm telling you, the main bad guy was the old man titty guy.
He was getting close. He was getting close
from Kung Fu and Titty, and I hate that. It was just nonstop. It was so irritating.
Now, the only reason I gave him a pass on that is because he was playing a clown. So he was doing the over the top clown thing. But I mean, it was I don't know. But all right, so here's my notes. Could they not find attractive people to act in this movie?
I mean, not the black girl was. Really
Hold on, I'm getting there. I'm going to go through. I'm going to go through it. I'm going to. All right. I liked Black Elvis right off the bat, and I think there should be a Black Elvis movie. I think we could do the Black Elvis movie.
Again, great idea, terrible execution. The guy looked like he was drugged.
Yeah, but the first thing he says is, "So you tell me a brother can't enjoy some Elvis around here?" I was like, "Yeah, I like that. That's my shit right there." I would have acknowledged that. I would not have acknowledged, like I even said earlier with So it was. I wouldn't have acknowledged the dude was dressed like Elvis at all. Until later in the movie. I would have just, he's just there dressed like Elvis. I wouldn't have, kayfabe it completely until some other person, later in the movie says, why do you guys got a guy dressed like Elvis? Like, oh, I didn't notice. So you kind of, but that'd have been a better setup. The setup to the movie was 28 minutes long. 28 minutes long. It could have been 5 minutes.
Tornado did not come till 40 minutes into the movie.
Well, but they didn't switch off of the setup scene. The
the opening argument. That's the first thing I wrote. Yeah. The opening argument would not end. It was as bad as this movie right here with this.
But they're arguing. They're like this fairly handsome dude. And this overacting clown are arguing against a girl that you would probably turn down a blowjob from at 1 a.m.
Wait, 1 a.m? I'm usually pretty tired about 1 a.m. now.
She was okay, but they didn't need putting her into the main minx of a horror movie. I don't know, man.
Well, they had this lesbian that ggets killed, that she kills later in the movie, and then they had. That she kissed her in the car and then killed her for no damn reason. The actual the hero of the movie chick just kills some random girl that's flirting with her in a car, and that girl was attractive. Also, Twinkles the Crown or whatever her name was, Turnip or whatever, that kept pulling her titties out and did her titties ate that guy. She was attractive. Why weren't they the main two girls?
Or
why did they pick Jabba the Hutt and and Jabba the Hutt's sister to be? Now the movie's runtime was 139 minutes, and that could have probably been cut down to about 139 more minutes. The hillbilly dude looks like clearance rack Shawn Michaels.
Jesus,
he did. He looked and like he kept saying. When they were in the diner scene, he said, did a clowning around joke like 3 different times. And I'm like, all right, we get it.
The Heartbreak Kid.
The gore effects are pretty good. Yeah, the gore effects are really pretty good. But they maybe should have used the same resolution camera for the gore effects as they did for the other things. Because when they went from it was almost like it went from 1080 to 720 when they did the gore effects. And it was visually not great.
That's interesting. I was wondering about that. You're probably exactly right.
And the drone was different too.
Which what I assume is somebody else probably filmed those gore effects at a garage somewhere where they're doing those effects, and they used a different camera or just a cell phone or something.
Boy, that opening circus shit looked terrible too. It looked so
the opening credits looked really cool.
They did, except the little flare came from the same spot every time.
Yeah,
I knew. I'm glad you said that. I knew the opening credits would be the best part of the movie because it just showed, like Brandon just talked about, creepy ass clowns.
Yeah. They killed the chick that they were trying to kill. The demon clowns killed the chick that they were trying to kill. So why are they still chasing the group of people?
They became at some point they became cannibals, and they all died or something. That they got a curse put on them. They all died, and they came back in a tornado. And they came back in a tornado
and didn't look any different than when they were alive.
Yeah,
I mean, you could have done some kind of freak. Okay, now 1 hour into this movie, and there was finally it was exactly the 1 hour point. And there was finally an attractive person, and it was the black girl.
Zoe Saldana, or Gamora from Wish, basically. Yeah.
All right, and at this point,
there are some nice things on Wish.
Well, she was cute. She's not as cute as Gamora or Zoe Saldana.
You can get some good jewelry
and at the 1 hour point when the black chick showed up, I had enough and I checked out of this movie.
Well, they missed something. I don't know why they killed the Black Elvis since everybody else survived from that.
I didn't know who lives or dies because I literally checked out at that point.
Black Elvis died, and of course they used the line, "Elvis has left the building," and the guy went, But the best there was a couple scenes in this movie that were tense, like when everybody was going through the air ducts and the clown went into the air duct, the good-looking girl was in the back, and you're like, oh God, he's going to get her. But they just made it. They made it out okay, and it was like, wow, they didn't kill somebody. By the way, if you want to see this movie, if you've ever wanted to see Molly Shannon from Saturday Night Live as a plus-size titty bar dancer, she is in this movie. So you had Zoe Saldana from Wish, and you had Molly Shannon doing, and she probably was 50, and she looked pretty good at certain angles, and at certain angles she looked over 50, and we were having a hard time with her.
There was three different sets of titties, and only one you really wanted to see. I mean, there were some horrible titties in this movie. And at least in Kung Fu and titties, most of the titties were decent titties. It was a lot of meat, no potatoes.
Okay.
You win. You win best titty of the day, Brandon.
Yeah, there was a lot of meat, no potatoes.
The only thing I'll add, since you checked out, is they actually got a plane. And they filmed a plane. They filmed a scene with planes. But the funny thing was, when they were at the hangar to end the movie to throw the nitroglycerin into the tornado. The other thing is, too, by the way, the tornado effects weren't bad. But I watched it on my phone. I didn't watch it on
I have
big
those,
TV.
By the way, if you need them ever.
Well, if we ever want to destroy our lives,
blockbuster package by Big Films. Same exact ones. I have them if you want them.
I don't. But it was funny.
That time we were filming Vinny's Fantastic. Where were we? We're in the middle of Oklahoma or some shit, and we were positive we were going to see a tornado because of the weather.
Dude, that was scary. Crazy.
And I was like, "Hey, Vinny, if you see a tornado, pull the F over. We're going to film a scene because you can't beat that." You know.
Hey, if you're going to die, do it in the ring, man. Get sucked up by a tornado.
Of a hard luck travel story. Like you could be on the phone or something, be like, "Oh shit, you're not gonna." God, I was praying for a tornado, and I don't pray. So
what happens to people that get sucked up in a tornado? Do you think
go to Oz, dude? Where the hell have you been?
Do you think because they never talk about where the
what happens is, and I know this from I had to be a trained weather spotter for a job I had. What usually happens is like Ron White made a joke about it, and it's true. It's not that the wind is blowing; it's what the wind is blowing. Usually, they get impaled, and like their head, the rocks. I mean, rocks that big, and cars and things are flying around you all over the place. So usually, they die of very fast. You don't go flying off, and you're gonna land somewhere in a bale of hay safely. You're pretty much dead as soon as that thing picks you up because you get pelted by so many stuff at 130 miles an hour.
You get stoned to death, basically.
Yeah.
So it also, I heard that like the molecular makeup of things change in a hurricane and a tornado. So like wood can go through metal and stuff like that. It's like things kind of fuck up. So there's there's also a velocity. That if you open, there's certain building, people do base jumping and stuff, but there's certain buildings, like especially in Chicago with the wind velocity that's always there. It's not that hitting the ground, you're dead before you hit the ground. If you're on your way down, you open your mouth, the wind velocity will literally just pop your head and snap your neck and kill you. Shit. But I was just going to say, they filmed at the airport, and this is hilarious. If you ever watch this again, there are people walking around who do not give a fuck that they are filming a movie. They are like trying to get they're getting their job done. They're sitting in a clown paint with guns, and the girl is on the hood of the car, and there are people like, yeah, fuck this. I gotta go fucking fuel this jet or whatever. It's like they don't even spend 5 minutes trying to get out of the way, which is pretty damn funny. So. What you got? Anything else, Brandon, about this? I know you.
I haven't even started yet. You kidding me?
Sure. I didn't know if you wanted to chime in or what.
Yeah. I mean, to really understand this movie, you really got to, do some actual research. Like the concept of a clown.
I'm out.
You can't do that.
Can be traced back to ancient Egypt.
5 second penalty. If you
This is important stuff, though. That's
you're
what I'm
tired,
saying.
you are tired and yawning. Get to the point.
I am exhausted right now, but I
Well,
made it. I came to work, and I did the work.
Don't do that work.
I'm just saying, you're from
just
Egypt
talk
and
about
ancient Rome
just
and medieval Europe. This is
Okay.
the history of clowning is amazing. But okay, fine. Okay, I'll go back to my notes. Here we go. I already talked about Emmett Kelly and Bozo, right?
You hit the fucking
Right here. I just got like cliff notes. Somebody looked like Bradley Cooper's little brother, apparently.
Bradley Cooper.
Actually, I liked the music in the beginning with the opening creepy clown shots. I thought the intro was, like you said, it was very, very good. Who is Wild releasing, and why are they releasing so many damn like budget movies, low budget movies? Who are they? Why aren't they working with us? Because we got better shit.
Well, because they release shit, and we work with Burning Bulb, who releases good movies.
Hey, there you go.
Okay, I mean that's the political answer, but I would like them to give us money too. You know, we got a lot of nudity that we did not want. I think we covered that. Like sometimes, like watching these movies, you're like, all right, little, you know, we're gonna see some boobs. We're guys, you know, we like boobs. That's just it. I'm sorry. Not all guys like boobs. Even gay guys like boobs. They're like, oh, that's very nice.
Girls like boobs too. Everybody
loves boobs, and I love boobs, and I'm not going to be shy about it and beat around the bush. But no, this is nudity we didn't want. Like we were like, oh, please, not that one. No,
right to censor.
Just no. Yeah, it's like when you're not even looking at the screen and there's boobs on a screen, it's not okay. Well, somebody mute me again or? Is there censorship going on?
No, I muted me because I've got cicadas.
I told you it was filmed in Marsfield, Missouri, the same place we filmed at. Decent drone work. It was at a different,
probably Story Blocks or something.
No, it was. They did some decent drone work.
There was a lot of Story Blocks, though. There was like a lot of.
I'm really impressed that they got a diner to say, "Here's the keys." And film your movie. Somebody's mom or dad owns that diner, or uncle, or they paid a lot of money for. I don't think they did that, paid anything for it, but you know how hard it is to find like businesses to just say, okay. And like you said, the airport, like who had that connection? Very impressed with that kind of stuff. I'm a pretty good gift of gabber, but at the same time, it's it's hard to get into these places. And the whole movie, it just looked like the cast of a haunted house attraction, rented out a restaurant, decided to make a movie in Missouri, and did the same thing with Hell Scream back in Colorado Springs many years ago. We filmed a movie called Hell Scream, and it was terrible. And that's kind of what this is too. So can't blame them for making a terrible movie, but you know, I did as well. Simple as that. What are we looking at?
I was trying to see what the budget was.
The Big Ten Saturday on Peacock. Are you going to watch? Go Wolverines.
Is that what you're seeing? I was trying to show the. Oh, that's what you see. Yeah,
That's the ad on the side of the screen.
Yeah, I was trying to.
I wasn't going to watch it until now.
now you've got to see what's happening.
I'm going to watch the Big Ten on Saturday.
That's funny to hear you say that. But
actually, honestly, just a little quick tribute here. Last year, I got to watch every Lions game and every Michigan Wolverines game with my stepdad, who passed away last month and a half ago.
Well,
and that was really special. That was really nice, but I'll probably never watch football again.
Let's talk about that. That is amazingly awesome that he was a Lions fan his whole life, and they had a great run.
Yeah, Michigan went undefeated, won a championship.
Michigan had a nice run, and Michigan normally doesn't win the title, so.
And the whole time I was just like, not to take away from the comedy hijinks and shenanigans, but the whole time I was just really like never been into football in my life as much as I was, because I wanted him to be happy about this season. You know what I mean? Like it crushed me when the Lions lost, and I'm just like, oh God.
My grandmother and grandfather were huge Cubs fans. Their whole lives, they were huge Cubs fans. And they both died the year before they won the World Series.
Ooh. In '98, I'm a Tennessee fan and a Jets fan. The Tennessee Vols won the championship undefeated, and the Jets went all the way AFC Championship game and should have won that game, and they would have won a Super Bowl.
And the Jets won 3 games that season, and that we consider that a victory in the Jets camp.
Dude, we went 12-4, and we were beating the Broncos until we fumbled the ball twice at the end. But anyway, Yeah. So now we're talking about something fun, sports. This
All
going
right.
back to this movie. I
Well,
don't know.
Sports.
All right, hold on. I do have something to talk about that from this movie that isn't really about this movie, but I think we can all kind of agree that this is the problem that a lot of indie film companies, filmmakers have. That we try to get around by getting better at things like we have a team of fantastic people. We have a whole network of people that will act and do creature effects and do we have pretty good. We've got really good script writing. We've got really good editing. We've got really good directing. We're shit on filmography or cinematography, but we're getting better. But like most of these movies we watch seem to have, you need to have about 5 things. They all have about 2 of them. Like this had great creature effects and a pretty good director, but he's also the writer. Maybe he shouldn't be writing movies, just directing movies. Right. And maybe expand, but a lot of people do this where they don't, put attractive people in the right roles. People don't want to sit there and watch, a 300-pound, 40-year-old chick dancing on a bar.
Sweat.
The sweat on everybody, it's a towel. You just give them a towel and they dry their face off. But a lot of indie companies gotta, said if you know your scripts aren't strong, there's the internet. Have somebody punch up your script. You have an idea, have somebody punch your script up for you. People will do these things for free because they also enjoy doing them. It's like, oh, I can't afford that. Well, you can get actors for free all day long because people enjoy acting at our level. People enjoy, if you got somebody that does digital cartoons, he enjoys it, or she enjoys it, whichever. You got apparently a cute clown that you hired.
Yes, you're gonna like her. But you, good job there, Brandon, Mark. So,
you had this belt twice.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that story.
You know who the last person is?
I don't care.
Martin Casals, but you know who held it twice before that, or 3 times before that?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Steve Williams, Dr. Death, the same belt.
Dr. Death.
He retired wearing this belt. That's why.
Good. If he died wearing that belt, that'd be even better.
Easy.
I've got the Great American Wrestling Championship belt right here.
Funny enough, though, he put it upside down.
Well,
and Don Marie of all people,
he was really far gone when he had that.
Yeah, he insisted on wrestling one more match for me, and that was his last match ever. And he, just came back off. That was like we had like 600 people going crazy. It was nuts that night. But yeah, that's the
okay.
Belt.
So getting back to what Luke said, because I wanted to echo off that.
Luke.
My friend Luke. Hey, indie filmmakers, I'm going to give you a hint. And this is our biggest. Pro wrestlers are the greatest actors on this level because they can fight, they can take bumps, they can get hurt, they're not going to sue you, they don't get paid much, they perform everything in one take, and they're used to things like blocking and
all right, Brandon just shoving stuff in the camera again. Can you mute him? Can you mute his head?
I'm listening. It's his background. That's
what
a
is
cheese
that?
curd. Like I was at the world's largest Culver's in.
I think it's a cheese nerd.
I think it's Wisconsin. I was in. It's a cheese curd. I had to have something to commemorate.
All right. Well, we're all high on bath salts or something tonight. So let's go and rate this movie so we can all go to bed because it's late. So who wants to go first?
Well, I mean, in England, the clown figure also appeared in a lot of Shakespearean plays.
I'll go first. So the way that me and Luke rate this, because we're not insane, is B, C, D, or F. These are B movies. There are no A. I'm going to give this a D minus because I thought the cinematography was good and the creature effects and the gore was good. But guys, you've got to punch up your dialogue. I know you tried to be like Quentin Tarantino. Even the end of the movie had like Tarantino guitar work. It doesn't work with a B movie like this. Better dialogue and get people who can act and can deliver the dialogue that you wrote. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Luke?
I think that you have a good people that work for your gore. You're good director. The director's a good director. Find a script writer, and maybe just recruit some. Nothing against these actors. I'm sure they're wonderful people, but recruit some people that are at least mildly interesting to look at. They don't have to be beautiful. They just have to be and handsome and stuff. But just they don't look like everybody that's hanging out at Shoney's.
They look unhealthy.
Yeah. And I would, I thought the gore was good. I thought the directing was good, but this movie's just fucking awful. So it gets an F.
F. So what did I give it? I give it a D-.
D-.
Yeah. All right, Brandon. Tubi. You rate yours
different rating because I'm special as shit. It's either T. I do a Tubi. Tubi. T for terrific. U. I want to see your stuff. I enjoy your stuff. U for underrated. B for bad, just bad, or I for impossible to watch. But before I do that, I'd like to promote my latest album from One Eyed Buffalo, which I sing and play drums for. It's called 21 Years. You can get it on Amazon or anywhere you buy music, or you can buy this at Burning Balls, whatever. I'm going to give this an I, impossible to watch, because I watched it and I don't remember a thing about it. And I remember only little things that you guys mentioned, and I took some notes. And I'm sitting there. I didn't even know what the movie was earlier today. I asked you guys, what movie are we supposed to watch? Because I was thinking, oh, shit, I got to watch a movie. That's tonight. And then I don't remember watching this at all.
But Brandon, I did that with I was looking at Marvel, China. I was thinking of which is the worst Marvel series on Disney Plus, and I'm saying, oh, it's Miss Marvel, and I'm looking through the list. I was like, wait a minute, they made a Secret Invasion, and then I read the IMDb for it. And I was like, wait a minute, I watched this. So this movie to you is Secret Invasion. It was so bad I forgot that I watched it.
I blocked it out, man. I blocked it out, and I don't think I've watched the whole thing because it was impossible to freaking watch, and I hated it. I hated every second. Every second I had to watch it. I was like, I just don't want to do this. It's like sitting at the DMV. Like I'm just sitting there going, okay, call my freaking number so I can leave. Like just take my money. I don't care. Just get me out of here.
I can't do the show and watch it in the same day. I've got to watch it a day or two before, because some of these are too awful.
Well, and I mean, like today, I'm glad I watched it today because I'm passionate about hating this movie. Like if I would have had a few days, I'd have been like, oh, the lead actress was lovely, and
Jesus would have got on you. You would have felt guilt.
Yeah, but I don't feel that guilt right now. It was just god awful.
It was god awful. Now we were supposed
honestly the most boring movie we ever did on this Tubi movie night thing. Tuesday.
I hated Kung Fu and Titties. I hated it.
I wasn't there for that one, so I don't remember.
I hated also. Remember when we did 3 Amityvilles? There was like a guy did one on his phone. And I couldn't even watch that one.
But those were like, okay, you know what I mean? This one was just like, God damn it!
I think Horny Teenagers Must Die was a bad one, and I didn't like Don't Fuck in the Woods. So
I mean, they weren't the worst thing ever. This was just.
I liked Amityville in Space, which you guys hated. But
I didn't.
I like Grave Encounters, and I like the Velocipaster.
I like Killer Sofa. I like all those things.
Killer Sofa was okay.
This face I'm making right now is what I was doing the entire time. Just, I got so much stuff to do. I'm a busy man.
So Luke lied to us.
I love you guys, and I just freaking didn't want to let you down.
Luke lied to us, and he said we were supposed to watch. What was it?
Snakes out of Compton. Snakes out of Compton.
Snakes in the Hood.
Yeah, because what's the difference?
Snakes in the Hood was like there was no snakes. It was like a
Compton's
gang.
Nice.
It was a terrible movie, and I was like, "There's no snakes in this. I'm not watching this."
What was worse, this or Captain Alex?
But then, what you meant was Snake Out of Compton instead of Straight Outta Compton, which I want to watch because it looks like There's a snake in the hood, but
Is there rap music in it? Because I can't do rap music. I won't be able to.
rap is terrific.
No, it's not.
Wu-Tang. Yes,
Modern rap is the worst shit to ever be
Well,
recorded.
this isn't modern. These are like old men.
I don't
they're
think
like
they
they're
are.
our age. They're like Chuck D age.
Ugh. Give me some Grandmaster Flash or Humpty Hump or
There
something.
you go.
I can't.
So what are you looking for the next movie, Luke?
I am.
I'm gonna leave that one up to you guys because honestly, I don't want to be surprised.
When's the last time you picked one though?
I tried to last week, but I got overshot, and then I tried to the last.
Well, what do you want? How about one you want?
I've gotten in Killer Sofa, and I think I got in one other one, but I don't remember. I keep getting overruled, and that's
I got Captain Alex in.
complete bullshit. I'm tired of it. I'm gonna write a letter to my congresswoman, and you
Good
guys
luck.
are screwed.
Here's a movie in Spanish that I'd probably enjoy much more than this movie that we just watched.
Spanish is a beautiful
I
language.
kind of want to redeem like a clown movie. Like, why can't we? Is Clown Motel on Tubi?
Okay, hold on. Let me go because there was like 800 clown movies. So let me
I
go
like
back.
Clowns. I do. I dig creepy clowns, Pennywise, Terrifier. I love those kind of things.
Let me go back
I want to
to.
redeem the clowns. I'm.
Do we want a good clown movie?
This movie ruined clowns for me, and that's not okay.
Or do we want a good clown movie?
The number one recommendation is called Clown, but it's from 2016.
Clown has a 5.7, and that's pretty good on IMDb.
All right, hold on. Now these movies get a lot of love, and they're B movies. They get a lot of love, and I've never watched them. And I don't know if you guys have it either. Terrifier.
I love Terrifier.
Oh, you've seen it?
Those are not our level movies. Those are freaking phenomenal horror films.
Yeah, those are also insanely. I don't think that really counts as a B movie because those are.
I'm surprised it's even on Tubi. Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
a HBO Max type of Amazon for whatever. Just
My daughter loves those, and they're really gory as hell. And like
they're fantastic.
the first Terrifier is like it's the 408th most popular movie in the world right now. So I mean, these are popular non-B movies, really.
You know what the B movie I'd love to watch, but it's not on here, is that Nicolas Cage Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff movie.
That's fantastic.
That movie was
That
so
is so
fucking good.
It's
The
so
Willy's Wonderland thing?
Yeah, Willy's Wonderland.
What is
It's
that?
okay.
Yeah, Wrinkles the Clown. I saw that here.
I've never seen that.
Now I'm hearing something creepy.
The problem for some reason, all these clown movies were made in like 2016. I'm trying to find something a little more recent.
This looks like it's shot pretty well. I think I've seen this.
What?
I think I've seen this, and it's actually really good.
What?
Wrinkles the Clown.
You can call him; he'll scare people for you.
It's like a documentary type of thing, I think, but it's really good. I remember really enjoying that, but it's up to you guys. I just want to be redeemed on clowns because right now I clowns.
Well, that's I think that's why you keep getting overridden because you keep recommending things you've already seen. I want us to see stuff.
I didn't
we
realize
haven't
I
seen
saw
before.
that until I just saw it.
Right? 8 million clowns. That was terrible.
Shakes the Clown? Would that count?
No, because first of all, that came out 30 years ago, and also has some big name people in it.
Yeah, Julie Brown. Downtown Julie Brown.
Downtown Julie Brown.
I don't think that was Downtown. Julie Brown was the black one.
Yeah.
Julie
she's
Brown
in it.
was the redhead.
Oh, was there the redhead in this? Not a black. That's before
I think
Martin
it
Luther
was.
King.
Who was that? Victoria. Remember that blonde girl, Victoria? Somebody. She was on a bunch of old.
Victoria Jackson.
Jackson. She was beautiful. My goodness.
I'm Victoria Jackson. Man, some of those comedian girls from back in the day. I mean, I always thought Fran Drescher was a babe.
I did too, man.
You ever
I even
seen her
liked.
lately?
I even liked her voice.
She just beat cancer, and she looks amazing right now.
You guys remember Rita Rudner? I liked her. She was
course.
cute.
I don't know about. What is this?
Why would Little Rascals be in here?
What?
We should make
Tubi's
a-
not just B movies.
Oh, we should make a horror movie about little rascals, like they're all grown up.
Hey, you know what? I bet we could. I bet they're out of the. I bet they're in the public domain now.
We can call it like adult rascals or
Little Big Rascal.
grown ass rascals.
I can't find anything that looks worth watching. Everything. I mean, there's like 18 movies called Killer Clown.
Art the
Where's
Clown.
Raimi at? Where's Raimi? He could give us something, but he's not here. He bullshitted on us today.
And we need him.
We knew
The Haunting of the Murder House from 2022. Last October, 4 filmmakers appeared in a haunted house while live streaming on the social media. A year later, the footage was found, and it looks like they were killed by a clown.
Yeah.
That's found footage. I don't want to do a found footage.
I just looked up stupidest movies on Tubi. Tubi actually has a link that says watch the 50 worst movies ever made.
There's one called Bunnyman Massacre.
The worst film on Tubi is apparently called Rock-a-Bye. Rock-a-Bye. 2020.
That's a great extreme song.
It is a good song from the first album. I love that.
Yeah.
It's got an 8.0 on IMDb.
Rock-a-Bye?
Yep. After being diagnosed with cancer, a veteran of the war in Iraq decides to track down the estranged mother of his teenage son. That doesn't sound fun.
It doesn't sound funny at all.
God, I want to fucking hang myself just listening to that description.
Let's just watch Baby Reindeer and compare it to what's happening with Luke's life.
How about Krampus Origins?
It's not Christmas yet.
We probably should have thought of this before we.
Yeah, we'll talk about it, and
We still got 4 minutes for an hour, 3.5 minutes.
Well, nobody's going to watch this shit.
Yeah.
I vote Snake out of Compton because I'm part black.
Okay, I can do Snake out of Compton.
Are we doing Snake out of Compton?
Well, actually, last show we decided when we were Snake out of Compton, we decided to do it, and then the description for this piece of shit came up, and I thought, oh yeah,
this right here should have got Vinny a freaking Oscar, and I mean that. This shit's so damn funny.
I worked hard on that, dude. I got a lot
of the hell out of yourself.
I got a lot of cactus needles.
Wait, hold on. Hey, Brandon.
I threw your knife away.
Brandon, Clown Motel is on Tubi.
I've never seen that, but I've always wanted to go to the Clown Motel.
Me too.
I passed it up like 10 times. I was going to try to shoot something there for us, but that's not on Route 66.
Do you want it? Do you want to do Clown Motel?
Which year though? There's a bunch of Clown Motels.
2019.
There's one with Randy Couture, the MMA guy.
Oh, Jesus.
And this one's from 2019.
There's one called Clown Motel Spirits Arise. Is that what you're looking at?
That could be.
No, this one's just called Clown Motel. Let me.
Yeah, there's just Clown Motel. Never seen it.
Let me.
Is it about
put in
Clown Motel though, or is it like some bullshit?
I mean, it looks like it's filmed at the Clown Motel. So okay, cool. There's Clown Motel 2 vacancies, Clown Motel 1 vacancies, Clown Motel Daddy. But it looks like the Clown Motel 2019 is the.
Who stars in that? Because I can't find it on IMDb.
Martin Kleba, Tony Moran, Ari Lehman, Charlotte Lizette Brandon. Directed by Joseph Kelly.
Oh, Joseph Kelly, Gene Kelly's nephew. There's a lot of dancing in this movie.
All right, there is a lot of clown motels, guys, so we got to make sure we get the right.
I put the full words Clown Motel into Tubi, and it is the only one that's actually just called Clown Motel, and it's got some weird looking.
Right.
Looks like Demon Bozo on the front.
Demon Bozo.
What are we seeing? I see a. Oh. I was looking at your house there for a second.
Take it. Take off.
Oh, take it.
All right, guys. Well, we love you. Again, watch this, and he's got more stuff to show you because he likes to shop. And
I like showing people cool things.
He likes showing. He's got a whole.
So when are you going to start doing that?
Brutal. All right. Guys, we are what we are. Tuesday Tubi Movie Night. Thanks for watching, and thanks for everybody in the chat. We really appreciate all that back and forth.
Are we done?
Yeah, next week
we're gonna. You bag of dicks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks from now. He's having a hard time. He's trying to quit smoking. What Clown Motel from 2019?
2019.
And watch that. Big and Funky and Brandon Bishop will bring you some love. And we got some really cool shit coming up in the next couple of months with Big and Funky. We're going to be back rocking and rolling. I can see Luke's already happy. He's got the penis sunglasses and.
I'm drinking beer. I'm drinking 2 beers a day because I got down to 244 pounds, and I was like, man, I got to put some weight on.
Are you?
I don't have cancer.
Can you drink? Well, that's scary as hell. Can you drink beer?
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as I don't drink wheat beer or liquor, because liquor is mostly made with wheats and things like that.
Well, God bless you.
And corn. And yeah, I don't do any of that. So I can apparently hops and barley are fine. But
you look good from the neck up. I don't know. From down there, you look like an Olsen twin, I think, or something.
you know how it goes.
Gain a couple of pounds. All right, guys. Thank you. That's Big Luke. I'm Funkmaster.
Peace out, bitches. We're still going, even though he dumped out. That's weird, isn't it? How you guys doing? This is my cat, Waba Fett, and he's cleaning himself because he's a good boy. There's creepy Jesus over in the back, looking down on me like he has. How'd you go away and not kill?
Hey!
He went away and not kill the thing. I was taking a tour. Creepy Jesus, Waba Fett.
See, now you're showing people cool stuff in your house. What the fuck's wrong with you guys?
I wanted to come and hang out with my friends.
I got it.